Welcome to DC GCC, bring you governmental information and classical entertainment. I am Governor Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild Judge, Governor of the Federal Estate of Washington, District of Columbia. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the community, and officers of the court, I speak to you today from a position of deep reflection. In the quiet of my private chambers and throughout the installation of my gubernatorial chamber of justice, my pen signs the authorization that command law enforcement to act. I review the evidence, I weigh the constitutional protection, and when law demands it, I issue arrest affidavit. Recently, our law enforcement officers have executed these orders with diligence. They have entered the streets, apprehended the accused, and brought them before the bar of justice. Some of these individuals have been remanded. Others have been released on personal recognizance or collateral bond, awaiting their day in court. This is the precise mechanical operation of the rule of law. Yet, a disturbing trend has begun to surface within our public discourse, and quite frankly, right to my face, I am being contempted otherwise. We are witnessing an attitude of mockery. We see individuals who have been processed by the system acting as though they are completely untouchable. They look at the police, they look at my private chambers, they look at the circuits and courts of justice, and they laugh. They put on a public performance pretending that law enforcement has ignored their actions, or worse, that the estate is powerless to stop them. Let me be unequivocally clear. Pretending that law enforcement has not addressed an issue or suggesting that they would not if they were aware is a dangerous delusion. What these individuals are misinterpreting as a lack of law enforcement resolve is actually something much more profound. They are confusing the restraint of the law with a lack of power. When a defendant is released on bond, it is not a victory over the police. It is a reflection of our constitutional commitment to due process. The arrest did happen. The accountability is coming. We must address a psychological reality that governs a civilized society, the concept of law enforcement intimidation. To intimidate means to deter through fear of consequences. In a lawful society, a healthy society, respect-driven fear of the law is the bedrock of public safety. It is the invisible barrier that holds chaos at bay. The badge, the flashing lights, the booking process, and the prison cell are designed to be intimidating. They are meant to signal that the estate, possesses the ultimate monopoly on lawful force to shut down criminal acts. No one is immune to this reality. We all face the law enforcement intimidation when it comes to committing crime. This intimidation is a universal equalizer. It does not care about your status, your wealth, or your titles. It reaches into the highest echelons of government, reminding the top public official that a breach of the public trust carries a prison sentence. It applies to the least of our citizens, ensuring that the rules of the street remain uniform for everyone. Most important, it applies within the very ranks of law enforcement itself. An officer who wears the badge is subject to the same exact law as the citizens they arrest. And the system is designed to turn its heavy gears against internal corruption just as swiftly as external crime. When people mock the police or pretend that crime is going unchecked, they are trying to break the psychological contract that keeps our neighborhoods safe. They want the public to believe that the police are toothless so that others will feel emboldened to break the law. They want to replace the legitimate intimidation of the law with the lawlessness intimidation of the street. We cannot allow that illusion to take root. To the public, I say this: do not be deceived by the bravado of those walking out of the courthouse on bond. The system has already caught them. The affidavits have been signed. The arrests have been made. The evidence is secure. The police did their duty, and the courts will do theirs. To those who stand before me and mock the authority of the estate, your laughter is hollow. It is a defense mechanism born of fear. You are not intimidating the men and women who wear the uniform, nor are you intimidating my private chamber. Neither are you intimidating the benches in the courts. The law is patient, it is relentless, and it applies to every single one of us. Thank you.